Some of you might need to do that. Just breathe. I know this energy right now is very overwhelming. You're going through upgrades. As a matter of fact, it's so funny because I just remembered earlier today while at work, I had this post that came up on the screen and it said update complete. So I'm going to insert that here. You just completed an update, an upgrade in your energy. And I'll tell you guys, this is so exciting. Okay? The collective that I'm speaking to, things have been getting really magical around you. The synchronicities have been synchronicity, right? You've been manifesting at a rapid pace. What do I mean by that? Well, you think about something, and next thing you know, it's showing up into your reality. Not tomorrow, not next week, the same day. Sometimes within the same moment that you're thinking about it, it's popping up in your reality. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. To the point where it's blowing your mind. You're like, whoa. Whoa. I'm hearing there's going to be a lot of that in this next season. You're going to be blowing your own mind. You're going to be shocking yourself with how psychic you are, how on point you are, how tapped in you are, how magical and magnetic you are, how rich and abundant you are, not only in money, but in love. And your ability to manifest whatever you want and at a rapid rate. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So I have a channel that I was going to bring to you guys, okay? And it was in regards to a bridge. What I heard yesterday is that there are some people that were trying to create this invisible bridge, okay? And the way that Spirit showed me is just like this. It's just like this. I didn't even pay attention to this screensaver. I glanced at it earlier and I saw the waterfall, right? So after I saw the waterfall, I was at work and I saw this word that said flow. It had flow in it. So, okay, I took it as it's time for me to flow, right? But now I just looked over while starting this message and my mind is freaking blown. So the message that Spirit or my higher self, because we're going to tap into that, right? The message that my higher self wanted me to bring to you is that there are some people that have been creating this invisible bridge. Let's say that this is your manifestations, right? This is the old you. This is the new you. Okay? This is your old life. This is your new life. There are some people that have been creating this invisible bridge to make you think that you have to cross over all of this scary stuff in order to get here to the new life. And the bridge that I was shown, it was actually even crazier than this. It was one of those obstacle course looking bridges, right? With the wood and it's rotting away. There's ropes popping and all that stuff. You guys, you've seen those movies, right? And they're crossing this bridge. They're looking down and it's like they're staring death in the face, right? That could be a message. But anyway, Spirit was showing me that that was an illusion. Spirit said, what if this bridge was fake? What if you literally could just walk over there and the message that I actually got from the ancestors was, baby, we gave you wings to fly. So even if you did have all of this, you wouldn't even need a bridge. You can fly. Wow, this message is already starting good. We're on fire. Speaking of which, the next message is that you, my love, have unleashed the dragon. I was channeling the song by Cisco, Unleash the Dragon. You've unleashed the dragon. You're activated. You're activated. If I tell you guys the type of things that have been happening, I mean, I know that I'm psychic, but I mean, the things that have been happening, it's like I'm prophesying things in real time. So I told a story in one of my love readings today in regards to an orange. So yesterday morning, I went and I got breakfast and I thought about an orange, okay? And then I thought about orange juice, and there was this whole thing surrounding an orange. Well, later on that day, I was walking and I literally came across an orange. I mean, the orange looked like it should be in a grocery store. It was in perfect condition and it was just laying in a random place. What are the chances of that happening? It's as though I manifested that orange being there somehow. I'm hearing you did. Yeah. So now that leads me to the next part of this. But I do just want to mention yesterday I literally saw a dragon in the sky. So you're going to start seeing your dragon. And it's funny because I saw this dragon. It was so big. It was huge. I was like, I almost scared myself. I was like, it's so monstrous, but it's so beautiful. Okay. Your big energy. If only you could see, you would probably scare yourself, but you have nothing to be afraid of. Okay? You're unleashing your dragon. You're allowing yourself to be monstrous. And I'm not saying for you to go and do bad things. What I'm saying is allow yourself to be powerful. Because there are people that have been afraid of your power. Even you were afraid of your own power. Because you knew that it would scare some people away. You always knew that. You knew that your light shines very brightly. And that it irritates people's demons. And that's why you would dim it. But no, in this season, there's no backing down. There's no backing down. Yes, you are monstrous. Let that empower you. Let that empower you. Imagine yourself as a dragon. Because you are. You are. Now let's move on to the next download. My higher self. We had a very interesting conversation yesterday. I heard you are your higher self now. Your higher self has been integrated. That was the update. That's what I heard. That was the update. Spirit revealed to me. Some of you were expecting to, like, I don't know, morph into like some being. I'm hearing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know. Maybe you thought you were gonna morph into, an animal, or I don't know. Okay? It's giving shapeshifter. No, my higher self said, you're still gonna look like you. You're just going to act different. You're going to show up different. And I've been noticing that because I've been paying attention to some things that I used to be afraid of or apprehensive about. And I just do it naturally now. I don't think twice about it. Things that it used to take me months and years to actually like step into. Now I'm just doing it like second nature. Fully stepping into my authenticity. It's 4:14 on the clock right now. So you could be seeing that. But your higher self is saying you can trust those little nudges that you're receiving. Okay? If you hear that you need to do something, start trusting it. Start trusting it. because your higher self is talking to you. I've been practicing this more, and I realize it's true. Your higher self has been fully integrated. So you are your higher self. The collective that I'm speaking to, that I manifest that this message will reach, you are now your higher self. Okay? Because my higher self said, you're not going to be morphing into some alien, like, I mean, you are an alien, but you're still going to look like you. And the example that they gave me was Beyonce. We saw her morph into Sasha Fierce, right? She still looks like Beyonce, but does she? Because many people even question whether she was still Beyonce. Because even her appearance started changing. Once you step into your authenticity, once you step into your purpose fully, once you fully embrace your higher self and allow it to integrate, you're going to start looking different. You're going to start acting different. You're going to start walking different. You're going to start showing up different, even if you're in the same body. That's what my higher self said. So I heard, stop waiting and start realizing you're already me. I'm already you. I've been here the whole time. So trust those little nudges. Trust what you're hearing. Trust yourself. Because you are being guided by your higher self. Now, you're on the right path. You can trust the decisions and the little inklings that you're getting because you are your higher self. You are a dragon. So they want me to also mention yesterday, so powerful, I started speaking light language. My ear started ringing. Okay. But yesterday, I was speaking in light language and I could feel it in my body. I've never felt that before. Like, I grew up in church and I used to hear people talk about the Holy Spirit, but I never caught it, right? They tried to put their hands on my head and all types of stuff, and I was just looking at them like they was crazy. But yesterday, something happened. Something happened. I looked up at the sky. I looked at the dragon. I called back my power. Because it's like in that moment, I embraced myself. I told you. It was a moment of clarity. I was like, wow, that is me. That's what I heard. My dragon was talking to me, which is me, right? Now I'm thinking about that movie, Return of the Dragon. It was like once I accepted it that, wow, I am monstrous. I am powerful. It's like I fully embraced my power. And bro, like my body started trembling. I felt all this energy running through me, surging through me. I had to start dancing. I had to start dancing. Like, I'm feeling it now. I had to start dancing. Okay? And then it started coming out of me in the form of light language. So once again, you just went through an upgrade. And I'm hearing it's going to continue. It's going to keep going. I'm hearing it's going to get better. It's going to get crazier. But in a fun way. That's what I'm hearing. But me and my higher self have been having some great conversations. And ever since then, I'm telling you, the synchronicities, like my abilities, have sharpened. They've sharpened. I mean, they're undeniable at this point. And like I said, the way synchronicities are popping up instantly. It's like I'm having a thought and then it's being confirmed somewhere in my reality instantly. So you're experiencing this. I saw 418 and 420. These could be significant. Maybe these are your birthdays, okay? I'm just being advised to say that. It's about to get crazy in the best way. Like, my inner child is so excited. And that's the excitement for you to be in, not in this energy of fear. Because once again, you've been fearing yourself, right? But once you start to embrace yourself fully, you're going to continue to unlock these different levels, these different gifts. Okay? But yeah, Spirit wanted me to bring you guys this message of clarity. This is what's been happening, okay? And when you start feeling very intense energy, especially in your solar plexus area, which is very significant, I want you to just, there was a dog outside running, okay. But once you start feeling that energy, I want you to breathe deeply. And then breathe out slowly. Imagine yourself breathing out any energy, because you're going through like this cleansing, okay? So once again, you're a dragon. You're burning away through your solar plexus anything that can no longer go with you. You're literally cleaning yourself out with your own energy. And it's fiery energy. So that's why I can feel very intense. There's nothing wrong with you. I mean, if you feel like there's something wrong with you, I'm not a medical professional, okay? Go and get checked out. But what I'm saying, if this is just energetic, I'm getting like anxiety. It might feel like an anxiety, but that is just energy, okay? It's energy that's wanting to be released. So dancing is really good for you. Moving, running, Tai Chi, okay? Anything you can do to move your body and to help move this energy through you, do it, okay? I'm seeing the crown chakra, yeah, because you're going through a Kundalini awakening. That's what I'm seeing. The energy is rising. So yeah, you want to help move it through your body. Okay? I'm hearing help move energy out as well. So like I said, any energy that is no longer serving you, it needs to move out. And understand, when it comes to biology, in order to move energy out of this body, you have to move around. Okay? It's just like when you eat a bunch of food and you just sit there, you feel miserable. But when you go outside and you take a walk or you do a little exercise, you start to feel better. It's no different. So there you have it, you guys. That's the message. The update is complete. Congratulations. And get ready for things to just get super crazy, super fun, and super powerful. Because you really are powerful. And like I said, remember, there is nothing standing in between you and your future. You are your future self right now. You're already him. You're already her. Okay? So, burn the bridge. Burn the bridge. Okay? Mentally, energetically, burn the bridge. All of that fear of, what's on the other side. It's an illusion. It's an illusion, okay? Now I'm seeing the time when I went zip lining, and you're way up there and you're looking down and you're seeing all this stuff, even though the zip lines are very secure. But you're seeing all of this stuff, and I'm pretty sure death has crossed everybody's mind, like, it's man-made, right? But once again, that's that bridge, okay? Don't allow these people to instill fear of what's to come, because you don't have anything to fear. The only thing that's coming are good things. And also, okay, so they want me to touch on this. When it comes to timeline shifting, realize that your body, it has to catch up, okay? Your body doesn't necessarily shift at the same rate that your energy shifts, Okay, so you can shift into a new timeline and your body is still stuck in the old timeline, which is why you might experience that anxiety and old fears. It's because of the trauma. So it's very important for you to once again breathe, find ways to regulate your nervous system, relax. Okay, sit in silence sometimes. Okay, cherish stillness, because that allows you to do a reset. It allows you to recharge. Okay, so pulling your energy back from the world sometimes is going to be very important, because you're very sensitive right now. Your energy is pulling in everything. You can feel everything. So a lot of the energy that you feel sometimes is not even yours, which is why, like I said, as a dragon, you have to get in the habit of breathing out anything that is not serving you, any anxiety, fear, and worry. Breathe that ish out. Breathe it out. Okay? Remember that all of these things are illusions. Fear is an illusion. Anxiety is even an illusion. When your body is experiencing anxiety, understand your spirit is not experiencing anxiety. That anxiety is attached to your body. Okay? So this is why I said it's going to be important for you to do things to regulate your nervous system. Because a lot of times we don't think that we're on a new timeline because our body still feels all of the trauma and all of the fear and the sadness and the depression. So that's why you have energy healers that help you move that energy out of you. Tapping is really good. Move that energy out of you. Okay? And this is another reason you don't want to identify with every emotion that you feel. Just because you feel depressed doesn't mean that you have to identify with it. Because once again, you don't know where that energy is coming from. That could be coming from a complete stranger, right? That could be somebody projecting that energy onto you. Like I said, you're very sensitive. So stop identifying with every emotion that you feel. Just because you feel a little anxiety rising up, see the anxiety and then realize, okay, I am not anxiety. I am not the anxiety. That's just an emotion that my body is experiencing right now. So I'm going to find a way to just let it flow out of me. Okay? Let it flow through me without identifying it. And once you can see it as like separate from you, that's when you have power over it and it no longer has power over you. It won't put you in the energy of fight, flight, and freeze. You'll still be able to move through it. You'll still be able to get things done because you realize it's an illusion. And I'm telling you, once you do this, it will start to disappear because you have to give it a story. You have to anchor it in order for it to stay. But once you stop feeding it a story, well, I have anxiety right now because of this or that, it no longer has an anchor. So it can't stay. So remove the stories from it. Don't identify with it any longer. And like I said, continue to just cultivate peace within yourself by reminding yourself, I am safe. I am safe. You see all the red, okay? So make sure you're grounding your energy. I am safe. I am safe. No matter what my body is feeling right now, I know that you are feeling anxiety right now, body, but I'm safe. You tell your body what emotions you want to experience. Don't allow your body to tell you. You're becoming the master of it, right? So if you want to feel happy, then you have to put your foot down. Okay? And once again, that's just affirming, yeah, even though my body is experiencing anxiety, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm safe. Everything is okay. And literally, once you reaffirm that to yourself, your body will begin to respond. Because understand, it was conditioned for so long, okay, to be in a state of anxiety. So that's all it knows. It's like an alarm clock. Okay? So you have to change the time. It's like, no, we're no longer going off at 4 o'clock. Now we're going off at 12 o'clock, giving, now we're happy. We're happy. We're safe. We're whole. We're healed. We're powerful. We don't have anything to be afraid of. We're powerful, okay? So this is you taking back your power from yourself, from your old timelines, and do it with grace. Do it with love, because you have timeline shifted, okay? You're a time traveler. You've leaped. I'm hearing Welcome to the Good Life by Kanye. I like that. Okay, so my higher self wants me to speak on something else. I'm going to have to split up this video, okay? You tell your body what emotions you want to experience. Don't allow your body to tell you. You're becoming the master of it, right? So if you want to feel happy, then you have to put your foot down, okay? And once again, that's just affirming, yeah, even though my body is experiencing anxiety, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm safe. Everything is okay. And literally, once you reaffirm that to yourself, your body will begin to respond. Because understand, it was conditioned for so long, okay, to be in a state of anxiety. So that's all it knows. It's like an alarm clock, okay? So you have to change the time. It's like, no, we're no longer going off at 4 o'clock. Now we're going off at 12 o'clock, giving, now we're happy. We're happy. We're safe. We're whole. We're healed. We're powerful. We don't have anything to be afraid of. We're powerful, okay? So this is you taking back your power from yourself, from your old timelines, and do it with grace. Do it with love, because you have timeline shifted, okay? You're a time traveler. You've leaped. I'm hearing Welcome to the Good Life by Kanye. I like that. Okay, so my higher self wants me to speak on something else. I'm going to have to split up this video, okay? But my higher self revealed to me that it's not a woman or a man. It's both, okay? But I was getting like more of a masculine presence. I just heard Krishna. That makes sense, okay? But what they wanted me to speak on or express was twin flames and how that relates to you. So as primordial souls, okay, I'm going to let them channel this through me. We were once one. It's giving hermaphrodite, okay? A hermaphrodite, they're like a man and a woman in a way. They have both parts. Let's put it that way. So at one point, I'm hearing all of us. I wanted to say many of us. Yeah. They said all of us. We were hermaphrodites. We were, I'm hearing asexual. That means that we were able to reproduce on our own, because you were both. And there was a great separation is what I'm hearing. Okay? And this separation explains the twin flame. Okay? The twin flame separating into two souls. So you're two souls, but you're one. Okay? So this is why you have, when you come into a twin flame union, like you can feel the person, you're mirroring the person, you guys are just alike, because you're the masculine and the feminine that's separated. Okay? So now I'm hearing Adam and Eve. This is where that story comes from. Like Eve came from my rib, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You were one. Okay? And you're still one. You will always be one. I'm hearing to infinity and beyond. Okay? You're always going to be one because you originated as one soul, split into two bodies. Okay? You're just expressing yourself as the masculine and feminine. So this was done by certain energies in order to always make you feel alone. Okay? So now they're bringing me to Adam. He felt very alone. He felt very incomplete. Okay? Now I'm hearing something magical has happened, because even though this happened, I'm hearing evolutionary. Okay? So you've evolved. Now you both have come home to yourself. I'm hearing that I've heard that you've integrated your masculine and feminine energy. You've come home to yourself. So even though you had the masculine and the feminine that separated, you both have integrated this masculine and feminine energy within yourself, which I'm hearing has made you even more powerful. Yeah. It's made you more powerful. So powerful that you're actually attracting one another. It's like you're coming back together. I'm seeing like Humpty Dumpty. That's funny. Okay. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. No, how does it go? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king horses and all the king men couldn't put Humpty together again, or something like that. That's significant. That's significant, okay? But once again, you were separated, and it's giving you were able to put yourself back together. And now you're coming together. It's like you're calling each other in. Like I'm seeing two puzzle pieces, and they're just like magnetizing to one another, right? This is so powerful. So that's a twin flame union. Okay, I guess they just wanted me to tap into that so you guys can understand. This is a deep soul reunion is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing soul call. So it's like your souls are calling each other back to itself. That made me emotional. It's making me think of soul fragments. So it's like your souls in a way was fragmented. It was separated. And now it's happy because it's coming back together. You guys are seeing yourself as two separate people, but you're actually one soul that's becoming whole. So powerful. It's giving me chills. It's 4:40 on the clock. So you could be saying 444. This is freaking crazy. It's magical. I'm going to say it's magical. So I pulled out my tarot deck because I started seeing a tarot card. And the card that I pulled out was Four of Swords. It was literally like the second card. No, it was the first card. On the top, I had these two cards, right? It's just the zodiacs and the chakras. And then right underneath that, I have Four of Swords. It says rest. Okay? So that's significant. Somebody might need to rest. But it talks about fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, needing solitude, relaxation, peace and quiet, sanctuary, meditation, regrouping, healing, introspection, okay? But the interesting thing is it also means finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation. So that was the part that like got me. Because the Four of Swords is upside down. Okay? So this is what you were in: fear, anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed, all of that, right? But upside down is you finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, rejoining. What was I talking about? You and your twin flame are rejoining. Yeah. And interesting enough, didn't know it was going to turn into this type of reading, but we have the Chariot right underneath it. You could also be seeing sevens. It says victory, overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, hard work, and focus. Okay? And the Chariot usually signifies forward movement as well. 444 on the clock now. Okay? Which I knew because I already saw it in my third eye. I know it was coming. They want me to keep pulling. Okay? We got Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Prosperity, new beginnings, opportunity, wealth, abundance, growth, stability, security, material gain, success, investment, manifestation, grounding, resources, physical health, foundation, fertility. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Four of Cups. Once again, this is what I was hearing, okay? I was initially hearing Four of Cups. But it is seizing opportunities, letting go of regret, end of stagnation, motivation, enthusiasm, okay? And this is upside down. All right? So when it's upright, is you feeling regret, refusing offers, missed opportunities, stagnation, disillusion, focusing on the negative, self-absorption, depression, boredom, frustration, weariness, okay? It's upside down, right? So now you're fantasizing, you're dreaming again, you're seizing opportunities, you're letting go of regret. It's the end of stagnation. You're motivated again. Spirit said Three of Swords upside down. Okay? So before you were in heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, removal, absence, depression, heartache, separation. Yeah. You guys went through a separation, I'm hearing, because you were rejecting yourself. So when you and your twin flame were going through that separation, it's because you were not accepting yourself. They're a mirror of you. And you saw yourself in them. Yeah. Okay? But it's upside down. It says releasing pain, overcoming depression, optimism, forgiveness. The worst is over. Now, you guys, this is so interesting because I split the deck a few different times, right? And at first, there was some sketchy energy coming out. And I was like, Spirit, I don't want to talk about them. I don't. And Spirit was like, okay, we're going to talk about y'all. So we had the Magician that popped out. You're a master manifester. We talked about this. You're manifesting things at a rapid pace. This is confirmation. Okay? You're very magical. You're powerful. I'm hearing Merlin. Okay? You've been in training by Merlin. High Priestess. Talking to a High Priestess. And the Hierophant. Super magical. And that's crazy. That's crazy. For those of you that don't know, they want me to go ahead and give you just some insight. So, the high priestess, mystery, intuition, inner knowing, self trust, spiritual insight, emotional stability, divination, esoteric wisdom, knowledge, things yet to be revealed, spirit guides, discovering your truth. And I'm hearing she's like a perfect match for the magician. Okay? Creativity, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic, work, self-employment, a smooth talker, having the gift of gab, willpower, directing your will, creative visualization, manifesting your desires. So yeah, just like I said, this is giving me masculine and feminine energy. And now, wow. And now I'm hearing the Hierophant. That's like the Holy Trinity. Because we did get the Hierophant. Challenging tradition, unconventional lifestyles, unconventional, non-conformity. It's like the Holy Trinity. That's you. Now I'm hearing Holy Grail. Let me pull out that card. Okay, so the card that I was seeing is Holy Grail. Now, a few others came out, so I guess they have more that they want to add to this message. But Holy Grail, it says inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Inner discovery. The Holy Grail has been a mystery for thousands of years. Many believe that it was a cup that Jesus drank from at the Last Supper, or that was used to collect his blood at the crucifixion, while others believe that it was a person, possibly Mary Magdalene. It's also been described as a stone, a dish, and a cauldron. The energy of this card is strongly related to a physical space, which is the Chalish Well in Glastonbury, southwest England. A sacred garden where many go to collect with the great goddess and discover the mysteries within. As a gateway, the Holy Grail is the cup of our heart, which we can allow to be filled by source, light, so that we are overflowing with divine love. I told you guys we saw the waterfall earlier. I'm going to try to slow down a little bit. So it says, as a gateway, the Holy Grail is the cup of our heart, which we can allow to be filled by source light, so that we are overflowing with divine love. The energy that we call into the Holy Grail is the feminine energy of source, the Shekinah, the fierce yet graceful light that inspires us to dance to the sacred rhythm of life. This gateway, therefore, encourages us to stop searching outside of ourselves for truth and to go within to realize that we've had everything we've been searching for the whole time. It's like inviting the divine in, but knowing that it was already there before we asked. And I'm seeing here, it says, you may still be looking for treasure, but you are now discovering that all roads lead back to you. I said you're becoming one with yourself. I also pulled Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in heavens, resolution. Okay, so the Pleiadians are with you right now. I also pulled the ancestral realm card. All of these came out together, right? It's like they were sticking to my hands. But we have karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries. Okay, we also have angelic frequency. It says, angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. Okay, so we talked about you feeling safe earlier. The angels want you to know they are here. And you might be seeing little spectrums of rainbow light. Okay, because I literally was seeing that earlier today and I just felt their presence. And then we have Emerald Tablet activation that came out. And I always say it looks like a dragon in the middle. Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting, conscious manifesting, conscious manifesting. Okay, so they want me to read this one. The Emerald Tablet is one of the most celebrated of the Hermetic texts, a series of sacred Egyptian Greek texts from the 2nd century or earlier. Okay, they're saying we can skip that because we have touched on that. They want me to jump to this part that says your message. It says, when the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you are being called to remember the gifts you are carrying from previous lifetimes. So what I'm hearing is you are doing that. You're awakening your gifts from previous lifetimes. That's why they're getting so powerful and potent. Yeah, that's why that card came out. Potent connection. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. This is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interests. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow. Even the unsettling moments. But you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that was once challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to source will contribute to your evolution on earth. So once again, this is a very powerful download. You are returning to self, my love. Congratulations. You're also calling in your soulmate is what I want to say, but your twin flame as well, your twin soul, for those that resonate with that journey, which is very powerful. So I'm going to end it here. Yeah, the angels just want me to reiterate that you were safe. Okay. And also that this connection coming in is also a very potent connection. So I'm hearing protected. I love you, and I'll talk to you again soon.